Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Warren Hills Regional High School in Washington, New Jersey, as we are bringing you the 2002 John Goles Tournament Finals on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. I am Donald J. Brower, and with me, under hook and crook, is a man who I've enjoyed calling wrestling with for a while, but I might kick him to the curb. No, I'm kidding. James Clark. Thank you for joining me, James.
Yeah,
I know
no, thank you for having me.
We got a big setup of matches here. It's really exciting, some matchups we're going to see here as we see the 215 match come out here. Jared Pantuso.
215 pounds, reviewing Township College, England. To the streets, Jared Pantuso.
We're trying to get some names here. I apologize. Our scoreboard really isn't working well with track for some reason today, but it's also because the great Kyle Purdy's here. He's on track, so we don't want to mess up his setup.
And there we go. Nice takedown there by Jared Pantuso there. He's got a takedown, and he should be getting some
hit
back points.
The beautiful, though, takedown. Looked like he was going for the stack up. This is what I like about these guys up here, the big guys. There's no mush. This is like two Brahma Bulls going at it.
Yeah, no, I mean, when you watch like the heavier wrestling going at it, it's really nice to kind of see it's a different style of wrestling. Then once we go down below to the 106 and beyond, you're going to see a whole different style of wrestling here.
Seems to be, and you see a lot of these guys, it's more technique-based, the lower guys, because they don't have that strength advantage for the most part. They don't have that weight advantage where 215, you could be a bigger guy. That's a nice running takedown there by Pantuso, throwing him to his back. Got some back points out of it, too. He's taking control early here. Up, is it 10 or is it going to be 8?
This is 8-1 here, it says right now, but it looked like he got another takedown here, so we should get the final score here, the final score in the first period in a second here. But, yeah, nice takedown by Jared Pantuso right there. He's been doing such an awesome job with this. We saw him wrestle the other night, and it was really impressive with the way he wrestled as we approach to 20 seconds left in the first period here, where Pantuso is trying to work a near side cradle, and he is going to get some back back points there. But, yeah, he's still working a nice trying to work a cradle there and a crossbar. And now we're looking at a half Nelson there is Pantuso. And should get some back points, if not be pinned. And the first period ends here with a 10-1 lead for Jared Pantuso.
I'm actually shocked. I thought that might – the way I saw the score, and I thought he hadn't gotten the takedown yet in the earlier match. Like he just got the takedown and the 2 back points. I thought it was going to be even more. But, Pantuso here easily in control here of Colony viewing.
And he's doing a really good job here, too. He's taking control of the match. He's doing everything that he needs to do as he just gets the escape right here. So he's doing a good job with working from the bottom. He's doing great on his feet. He's able to do everything on top. It's just an overmatch for Pantuso here right now, who's controlling the match.
And we're talking about a guy, for fans who may not remember, Pantuso is a state medalist. So, I mean, he's also one of the favorites to help Warren Hills, and one of the best wrestlers on the team to help Warren Hills go down for another shot at a Group 3 title that they just missed out on last year. And another beautiful move right there. So, I mean, this is nothing against Elon, but you're right, it's a different level.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I was saying the other night with the Warren Hills Raritan match, the teams that you wrestle may not particularly wrestle the same kind of schedule as you do. And knowing Warren Hills, they wrestle a tough schedule wrestling up here. Ewing is a different location, so their wrestling is a little bit different than what we're used to up here.
Yeah, this is a completely different level, like you said, especially out here, the high points, the Phillipsburgs, the 100 Centrals, the 4. I mean, down years up here are great years for other programs. So I know I'm an alumni. So look at that by Pantuso. He readjusts it, gets the pin right here. 3 minutes and 8 seconds in. Great job by Pantuso. Finishes first at 2:15 here. Colony will finish second. And Tommy Borgia from Westmorris will finish third.
Very nice, impressive win there for Pantuso.
I'd like to also, before we go to the next match, thank some of our sponsors who've helped us make it here. Oxford Tire and Auto, huge supporters. Mama Maria Pizza, Williams Tavern, and the Harrington companies. The Harrington family, just amazing job with Harrington Recycling, everything they do and help support wrestling in the area. The Harrington companies, if you need them for any recycling, construction, any type, reach out to the Harrington family. Trust me, they support us big. And, of course, Dan Warnikoff, champion athletes. Can't forget Dan Warnikoff, who's been a big supporter of mine for years now. So we head to the big guys now. The men who are going to be fighting each other.
We've got Henry Frayne. We got, who is this?
Henry Frayne from West Morris, and we got Kyle Cook of Del Val, who meeting here. I have a feeling they're going to be meeting soon in a quad meet in a couple weeks. So this is a nice little matchups. As you see, Frayne with a nice throw by to the back. Look, trying to cradle him up here.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive that last year Henry Frayne had a pretty nice season for West Morris last year in the
one of their top
so.
heavyweights, one of the top in the area. There he goes, gets the cradle hook, rolls to his back, gets the quick pin. Henry Frayne is your winner at 285. Kyle Cook finishes second, and John Stockelberg of Verona is going to be third.
Nice, impressive win there for Henry Frayne. This could be a really good year for him. Another state run here at least.
Yeah, he's got to be a favorite. And West Morris finally has, after a while, a really good heavyweight up top to help stabilize that lineup. For years, they were tough getting with the upper weight kids, and now with the talent they have with Dean and Campanaro, who we're going to see coming up, and other guys like that, and Mark Montour right here. These are going to be some guys. West Morris, that's a team. I'm telling you. I said it in my previews, and I got some static for it. West Morris is going to be a team to keep your eye on this year in sectionals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, West Morris has been a team that's really been around the corner for a while. Like you said, they've had a couple of years of down years as far as limiting like the amount of wrestlers that they have on their roster and everything, and feeling having a difficult time with filling the lineup. But I think this is the year now, like you said, they're gonna be under the radar for a lot of teams. So they really need to look out for West Morris moving forward.
Speaking of West Morris, with Montour out here facing Ethan Michaels of Colts Neck in the 106 final. Nice little scramble here back and forth. Good defense. This is what we were talking about. You switch from the big guys and then you go to the little guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And just really great defense there as Montour got the takedown. And he's going to get some back points out of this, too, here. And it could possibly stick him here with the check back.
He didn't want to wait. He said, forget it, I'm not waiting. He says Frayne wants to come out there and stick somebody. I'm going to show him the young guys can do it, too. So congratulations, Mark Montour of West Morris. First place, Ethan Michaels of Colts Neck second, and Augie Zamoretta of Warren Hills third. Now we head to 113. And let me tell you, this is a matchup not only are you going to see here, not only are you going to see in the HWS, not only are you going to probably see in the regions, I think this is going to be a state match. These two will have to be two of the top 113s. If they stay at this weight, two of the top 113 pounders in Owen Kacharski coming back with his resume, and Davey Reinhardt, who, side note, I went to high school with his parents, so I know the family. This is the kid you need to watch on. If you're sleeping on Davey Reinhardt, go take some coffee and wake up.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was watching him wrestle the other night and knowing he was a freshman. I've heard a lot about this young man for the last few years, even before he got to high school. As he gets a beautiful double leg takedown there, looking a head lever there. But I've heard a lot about Davey Reinhardt, so I'm excited for his future. And Coach Steve Sabricia had nothing but positive words to say about his freshman wrestler of Dave Reinhardt.
Oh, Dave Reinhardt, I mean, when you talk about the pedigree, his father was a great wrestler when I was here. His grandfather, who passed away recently, was a great wrestler. The Reinhardt family is ingrained. We talk about other schools, like you look at the Gardners, Gassiones up in High Point, and you look at some of the other families at the different schools. The Reinhardts are one of the lifeblood families of Warren Hills Wrestling.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm excited for his future. And like you said, this could potentially be not just an HWS final, not just a further down the road or a dual match up here, but this could be, a match here that we could see possibly at state. So I'm excited for that.
I think the only thing that would prevent them from meeting in the postseason is obviously due to how redistricting is, that Del Val is in a different region. But other than that, I see them meeting in states. I have no doubt if they stay the same weight, they're going to be wrestling at the HWS and amongst others. And let's not forget, end of the month of January, we're going to have the big war. There's going to be a big Warren Hills Del Val match in Del Val. We were here covering it last year, and Del Val kind of got stomped a little bit by Warren Hills on trying to make a statement. And we're going to be heading down the Del Valle, and you know that's a little bitter taste in their mouth.
Yeah, I mean, Del Valle has been just nothing but great tradition of wrestling. Just like Warren Hills, they've had a great tradition of wrestling here. So I'm looking forward to that matchup, and if you guys are covering that, I will be the first guy to call. I want to be the first guy to be called for that match, because that's going to be a great match to see.
I think I'm going to turn my phone off for that day. But we're here.
So here we go. We have Davey Reinhardt leading 2-0 with 5 seconds to go in the first. Working a near side cradle here.
Nice, a nice job there, too. Davey pushed the pace. He kept Owen on his toes, and he didn't let him get up and get a cheap point at the end. Always you see that at the end where some guys can let it go. Davey's trained better than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely very crucial there. You don't want to give up just that measly point there, because that could be definitely a game changer there if you give up that point. That really makes a whole difference there. So great job by Reinhardt, as Reinhardt chooses bottom to start the second period, but working a nice, almost a tilt there a little bit for Kacharski. Doing a really good job here. He's trying to check him back a little bit. He's underneath the arms, looking for the claw there. Not quite hooking up the legs there is Kacharski, but he is trying to work something from the top position, and he needs to work from the side in order to get some valuable points here. Kacharski's doing a really good job with riding from the top position here with 30 seconds gone in the second.
This is the interesting part, too, because Davies has used the switch a lot today in watching him so far. It's interesting to see Kacharski being on top and in control and seeing Davey kind of having a little issue. As you see, trying to go for a sit out there. And as I speak, did I speak it into existence?
No, not at all.
I spoke it into existence.
And that's a beautiful reversal by Reinhardt. You know what's great about Warren Hills Wrestling is what we saw the other night. They do such a great job from the bottom position, and a lot of them have been working on switches. So great job there by David Reinhardt to make that switch. Yeah,
great job by him. He did kind of set it up. He tried it a couple times and then realized what he was doing. Sat right out, came right around. Now he's leading 4-0 here, 45 seconds left in the second.
Just a talented freshman here. I'm really excited to see his future as he's trying to work underneath the arms there. I think there we go. I was just going to call stalemate right there.
They were working it, just want to get the action going.
Right. Now we get a fresh restart here. Reinhardt starting from the top position, Kacharski on the bottom. And now looking for a tilt there was Reinhardt there, a cheap tilt, but did not quite work his way.
Want to see if he can catch him rolling, trying to do something, get some points out of it. Just quick swipe of the hand, see if he can get some points.
Yeah, definitely, because this is like crucial matches here where you want to get as many points as possible here in order for to solidify a good match.
The one thing I love about this too is, I don't know if you could see in the background because of how the lighting is. That's the family right there in the back corner of the gym, right there along the edge of the bleachers. You could see how invested they are. There's his father, there's his brother, there's his mom's up there, his sister's in the middle. I mean, it's like the entire family. And it's funny because, like I said, I went to this school as it's 4-0. Davey started the third. I went to this school. We didn't wrestle in this because this wasn't built yet. The old up front where the library was the old gym. The intensity of that family and that group, you can see it now. It's bringing me back old days. They better watch it. I might go out there with one of those heavyweights and rip off the singlet, ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm coming out of retirement.
And Reinhardt just got caught there for locked hands, and Kacharski, could have worked for some back points there if he had not locked his hands. That's very, very crucial right there.
Happy with that.
No, he is not, because he knows that he locked his hands right there, and that really changes the momentum for the match.
I think he thought he had something going, and maybe he was working, didn't realize it was called, and was shocked it happened.
It happens very quick. Some refs will take a little bit to call it and wait it out. Some will just call it right away. It just depends on the referee that you have for that match.
Now, I don't want to say anything, but if you had to make a poll on who had some most questionable calls, there was, I'd rather not say. I don't want to get in trouble again. Two broadcasts in a row. Get yelled at.
There we go. Now Kacharski is called for the stalling, so that is his first warning of the match here, as Reinhardt is trying to work for the claw there. Looked like he was trying to work a crossface, but a claw. Now he's trying to lift up here. And what a nice reversal there by Kacharski. Beautiful reversal there. Now he's got to cut him here to try to make it 5-3 and get a quick takedown here.
Well, I wonder if that's his strategy, or he thinks he can get a roll here, because he's working on trying to get that some sort of maneuver and a tilt. Like realistically, this is working in Davey's favor. Because what is Davey losing here unless he gets banged with Stolen twice?
And looking at Andy Fitz over there, Coach Andy Fitz for Del Val, he's trying to...
He just gets hit with Stolen, like we said.
Nice.
I was a little quick on my opinion. I'm just going to say that right now.
It was a little quick right there, but it was something that was going to happen eventually. And Coach Fitz was trying to indicate to him 30 seconds ago, take the neutral. And now he can try and get that takedown here with 10 seconds to go. And now he's going to try and spin behind here. Is Kucharski, and he's got the takedown with 5 seconds to go in the third. What an impressive finish here at the end of regulation. And now we're going to overtime here with the first minute.
1 minute.
Here. First takedown wins right here.
Davey looks a little tired here. I think honestly, I'm going to say that this is Davey's first real test of the day, but nothing like Kucharski level.
And Kucharski here trying to get a slide behind there, but Reinhardt doing a good job with defending that. And now, and Kucharski throws to his back and gets some back points out of that. Chin to the right shoulder there.
Kucharski's going for the pin. Davey's trying to fight it off, but it's tough.
It is. Once you're in a position like that, and you know that you're in the overtime period and you just wrestled 6 minutes, it's hard to get out of that
He's just settling in right now. He's laying his weight on that shoulder, just letting the pressure and the gravity take its toll. Slowly in there.
If he just puts a little bit more pressure, chest-to-chest pressure right there, he can get him stick.
Just letting him roll out. He's going to win.
Yeah. Nice finish there for Kucharski right there. But what a great match here. It's something for Reinhardt. Had the match won there until the end of the bout right there. So this is something he's going to use as like a learning experience moving
I think
forward.
so, too. I think so very well. Your winner at 113, Owen Kucharski from Delaware Valley. David Reinhardt second. And Dylan Hirsch from Hopewell Valley finishes third. Now, 120. Charlie Pachone and Jake Taylor. Charlie Pachone from Warren Hills. Jake Taylor from Delaware Valley.
So we got another Del Val Warren Hills matchup here in the John Gold Finals.
Which really happened last year. It was a lot too. The same thing. You had both of them going at it, and it was pretty cool. Cool. It was almost like a second dual meet for the season when you thought about how many finalists met each other last year.
It's crazy to think about. Just crazy about in general as far as like how seedings work, how brackets work, and everything like that, and how it may work into your favor.
Yeah, it literally was almost like setting it up because I think it was, if I remember correctly, off the top of my head, so 9 or 10 of them were both Warren Hills Del Val matches. So,
but doing a good job there with the ties there is Pachoni, and trying to work hand fighting there a little bit. Both hang on the head. And now looking to go out of bounds there was Taylor, but they circled right back in. So good job by both the wrestlers there. And good job by Taylor by circling back into that, because a lot of wrestlers in those kind of situations would want to try to back into that situation. So really smart wrestling there, not to get banged stalling early in the period. It's a great job right there if you can circle in, as both wrestlers are trying to figure each other out, feel each other out, not get too crazy here between the two. And
I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another wonderful John Goles Tournament 2022. Here we're broadcasting finals for GardenStateHSWrestling.com. I'm going to ask a favor while you guys are watching this. If you get a chance, the little button down there, click and subscribe. We have content out the wazoo coming up. If you haven't seen our schedule, we're going to be doing up at the Cougar Classic tomorrow for Kittatinny. And for all you Warren Hills fans and all you Mount Olive fans, we're going to be coming to Mount Olive on Friday to cover the big match. You guys banging heads on it in Mount Olive over there Friday night. Want to check it out? Like I said, we're going to be up there. We're going to have it all going on. Click and subscribe. Thank you so much. And if you guys want us to come do this for you, click on the email that I left there, admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. We will come out. We will do this. We'll bring the cameras. We'll bring the crew. We'll probably leave James Clark at home, but we'll bring everybody else, and we'll broadcast and give you guys, not make like they're celebrities. We're going to treat them like the proper athletes they are, because why go with a goof who tries to do everything badly when you can go with a guy who knows what he's doing and does it correctly?
I don't know if that was a backlash towards me, but
No.
I'll take
You
it
were
anyway.
that last one was nothing to do with you.
Okay, all right. I was a
Absolutely
little
nothing to do.
confused with that one, so I wanted to be clarified.
Last
with
one
that.
was absolutely nothing, and I promise you, as much as I mess with you, it had nothing to do with you.
Okay, good. I wanted to clarify that before we got too crazy. So, 1-0 lead here for Piccioni here. And doing a good job there with the inside ties. I've been seeing that a lot as of lately with the hanging on the head and the inside ties there from the neutral position. Been seeing that a lot, but I was always taught to never really hang on the head and really just work the inside and out there because it just makes it a little bit sloppy right there, but
See, I was a fat guy, so I just used to fall on people. It worked out.
oh yeah, well anytime you wrestle heavyweight in the heavyweights, it's definitely a different story.
When I was a freshman, I was 189, and they didn't have a cap on heavyweight, so I was 195 wrestling 300-pound kids. So
oh yeah, well there you go.
I was quick enough for that, and then when I got older, I was like, oh, I'm pretty fast for a fat kid. And then back then, the big kids weren't like they are now.
Right,
They were like 270, and they looked like you saw 270 from under their breastplate down to their legs. It was all middle waist type thing, like weeble wobble, but like a mirrored weeble wobble. Now guys are lifting weights, crazy. Yeah, I'm out.
Nowadays, you really have like really good nutrition. You have really good workouts that really go
You know
there
what's
and
weird?
everything.
You mentioned nutrition. You know who does nutrition? Dan Wernickoff, championathletes.com. Great supporter of everything we do here at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Like how you did that. I pulled a transition out of your rambling.
And I think you really did a good job with it too.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
nice job by that.
I'm proud
Mr.
of that. I'm
Bradley.
happy for that.
Yeah, absolutely, because it worked out in your favor, and why not save some money there?
It worked out well.
Absolutely. We got about 37 seconds to go here in the second here, with Piccioni having a 1-0 lead here, and it's been just nothing but like a chess match between the two wrestlers here, not willing to give up an inch.
Like I said, there's another match we could see. We're going to see at least twice, because we're going to see it at the HWS. We're going to see it when they wrestle again on the 28th.
Yeah, absolutely. We're definitely going to see more. So this would not be the last time these two wrestlers face. Just
And
like
you almost wonder, too, when you know, in a sense, you're going to see somebody a couple times. Do you, in the first time, give them all you have? Or at this point, these guys probably go in the clubs. They're mutual friends. You know what you're getting. It's not a surprise at this point.
yeah, 100%, because you know the wrestler better than anybody else in the room because they're around your weight class. So you don't want to really go all too crazy and then have something like crazy happen in the match where you can just feel each other out a little bit and know exactly what everybody's going to do, because you guys, like you said, you know each other very well from all the wrestling clubs that you do. Oh, we got a 1-1 tie here. Yeah.
Yeah, nice escape there. I think it's I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be another overtime match.
I think so too, just by the way that both these wrestlers are wrestling in. And I can make a call right now that it may not just go into like the first takedown wins kind of period. It could go into rideouts too, because both the way these wrestlers are wrestling, they do not want to give up a takedown.
Not at all.
And they're doing such a great job with defending each other too. Just shows you they really know each other well.
They're very well-rounded, too. Like sometimes you see guys who are very offensive and they can't. These guys are very well matched, and that they're both defensive, but when they take their shots, they know what they're doing. Like, you know, like right there. He took advantage of a
and doing a nice job finishing
beautiful
that.
job. Took advantage of a shot he went after, came in for the double, took him around, hooked it.
And he's going to watch himself. All right, did they call that out of bounds here? That would have been a quick reversal if that was not at the edge of the mat right there.
And they didn't give him the escape. So now he starts. I think he thought he had it, but just out of bounds.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes a whole wide world difference there.
And he'll cut him right here. I'll give him a second. There you see.
I think so, because I think both wrestlers have been doing such a good job with defending each other too. You can afford to give up an escape here because you've been doing a great job working on your feet. Now we got a stall warning here.
That was a little quick with that. I'm just going to be honest. That was a little quick.
I think it was a little bit quick too. Like I said, sometimes refs will call it quick. Some will take a while to call it, but I don't think he was given enough time to give himself in a position to circle in the bounds.
Yeah, he was literally got pushed towards and had to go. I don't understand why Conrad Bain was so quick with the stall call.
I'm not sure either, but now they just call that a stalemate there rather quickly. Either that or is out of bounds.
It does seem very like. Am I like the only one? Like I notice it's very quick. It's not like a few seconds. It's like
no, it's been very quick. I absolutely agree with you. It's
okay.
definitely been very quick. Some of his calls that he's made tonight.
I was just making sure because I'm not the only one thinking here. I'm not that weirdo announcer who thinks everybody's right.
No, I think it was rather quick there too. But now he's not going to call that stall. Well, so that's a little bit of inconsistency right there. If you're going to call a stall on one kid, you got to be able to call the stall for the other one who's going to do the same exact thing.
Exactly. And Charlie Piccione gets the win, 3-2.
A nice defensive win there for Charlie Piccione. Impressive.
Piccione wins at 120. Taylor takes second, and Michael Hare from West Morris takes third. Now 126. Here's a weird idea. It's another Del Val versus Warren Hills match.
Yeah, how ironic.
126, Tyler Redfield from Warren Hills facing Jaden Perez of Del Val. Now, if anybody realizes they're going to see a screaming blue person in the back by the bleachers, that's Tyler and Sean's mom. She is so loud. She's been picked up on camera, and it sounds like she's next to it. She's a wrestling mom to a T.
Well, she definitely projects her voice, and that's for sure, if she's able to do that. And look at Redfield there. He's looking for inside tie there. Looks like this could potentially be another chess match here, if I'm not mistaken, just by the way that these two wrestlers are wrestling at the moment.
Now, just in case anybody says anything, we are on a cell phone Wi-Fi because for some reason Warren Hills hates YouTube. I don't know why, but it won't let us get on there. As we see Tyler with a beautiful takedown.
And give him the escape.
So it's holding up, but if it looks a little weird, we apologize. It's not our usual standards, but we are trying our best. Trust me, for tomorrow, it's going to be beautiful at the Kid City Cougar Classic.
Working there is both wrestlers, Perez and Redfield. And continuing the work there is Redfield with about 37 seconds left to go. Doing a good job there, both inside ties. Neither one is leaning on their head, which is good wrestling right there. I was always taught by my wrestling coach never to lean on the head.
And like you said, you can see the solid foundation and base. First of all, you don't make the finals of this prestigious tournament, which, the longest running continuous tournament in the country. So one of the oldest. I mean, started as a way for his wrestlers to get. Oh, that was beautiful. He would have had it if he kept his feet. He kind of rolled over, just missed it. But one of the longest continuous John Goles tournament. And I'll post an article I had written probably about 10 years ago when I worked for a state publication covering high school sports. I don't want to give him any pub. But it kind of goes into a little bit of the history and why it was done. Because I had wrestled in this tournament when I was a senior in high school. So, kind of everybody sees these holiday tournaments, doesn't realize the background. So one of the most prestigious tournaments, and to make it here is already a big thing. But just the sheer basics, if you want to call it that, just the sheer technique of these guys when you see the perfect stance, it's wrestling at its best.
And it really is a good tournament. You've got all the local teams here. You got West Morris, you've got Del Val. North Hunterdon used to come to this tournament, but they're not here. And I don't think they've been here in a while. Newton's another local one, too. Obviously, Warren Hills is one. So a lot of local teams.
Well, I hope they'd be in their own home tournament. It'd be weird if Warren Hills hosted it and didn't show up.
Yeah, that would be a little bit strange, but hey, you never know.
But they always get good different people. They get some reputation in Pennsylvania with East Stroudsburg. They get Colts Neck coming up. I can't imagine that trip on a Saturday, 2 days after Christmas.
Yeah, that's a tough trip.
Excuse me, on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a tough trip. Very tough.
Hopewell Valley, Ewing. I mean, some solid teams from different areas.
And now we got a 2-2 match here between the two wrestlers of Redfield and Perez. Both, again, not willing to give up an inch from the takedown position right here. So very nice wrestling here for both the Warren Hills and Del Val, who's wrestling here in the finals. As Redfield is trying to look for a single leg there. But, it looked like it was about to be like a ballaging of some sort right there, or like a Navy ride, which was kind of impressive. They're great defense by both wrestlers, especially Perez, who's shown his flexibility here. Oh, I think that's a takedown there for Perez. Impressive. Impressive right there. Just great defense.
They gave him a takedown in 2, but he was. Some of these refs are calling it you barely hit the line. They're out of bounds. The other one, I want to ask this referee, what you talking about, Willis, over here, like Conrad Bain? If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a different strokes reference. Just look up ladies and gentlemen, I'm 45, but I have references that date back to the 90-year-old people. So you got to Google some of the stuff I go. Conrad Bain was the father in different strokes, all right? He looks like the guy. All right, calm down.
All right, so here we go. We got a 6-2 lead here for Perez. Like you said, a little bit of an early 2 back points right there, but I think could be reasonable. I don't know if we can take a look at the instant replay at some point or watch it again.
You think I got a budget for instant replay?
Well, we should get
no budget.
We should get instant replay if we can get it at some point. That would be very effective for both wrestlers. Now we've got some back points coming there. Ooh, and a really nice, almost a stack right there for.
And then here's Redfield.
Perez.
Look, coming out of it. Look at a reverse.
Oh, that's
they're only
tight
giving
right
him a 1, not a reversal.
Oh, that's tight right there because it looked like that last toe right there was in the white, if I'm not mistaken. At least that's from our vantage point of view. But that's tough.
They're saying they can only give him the 1. He didn't get enough behind. And this Warren Hills coaching staff is not happy.
No, he's not happy, and I kind of agree to an extent. It looked like a 2, but again, we're on a different side of the mat here, and they're seeing their own perspective on his way. So, but no matter what, you can't make everybody happy.
No, never. You're a referee. You're already making everybody 50% mad. You might as well get the rest out of it too.
Totally. Taking a look there is Perez. We're trying to get. Oh, and another nice tilt there. He's been doing such a nice job with just riding out Redfield from the top position there. Got a little bit sloppy here and there, but he's been doing such a great job with riding.
He's doing a good job of posting his knees and getting him a roll, getting him over for the tilt. It's a really good job as Redfield's just trying to do a little funk. See if he can get out of here. Maybe go for 2. Get the 1 at least.
Okay, so it's an 8-4 matchup here. He gets another. If he can get a takedown here, now that's a stall warning there. I don't know. What do you think about that one? Is that a quick one for you, or do you think that's a reasonable one? I think
they've kind of been. That was like you kind of saw it coming along. The other ones I've seen were super quick. That like you knew he'd kind of let him go a little bit on a couple other ones. So it was like, hey, you understand what you're doing here. Like it wasn't like a continuous one, but you'd done it a couple other times. Nothing egregious, but like, hey, all right, let's get going.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was a push out of bounds there, just a little bit, just forcing him out of bounds, but I don't know. Again, and a nice knot drop there by Redfield.
That's what he was going for the whole time. He was trying to get those points. Almost had him stuck.
He did. I thought it was going to be a pin right there as soon as he finished it. So now we've got an 8-8 tie here with 45 seconds left in the third. Impressive.
I'll tell you what, Redfield does not give up. He's been training locally at Apex. I'll tell you what, Apex is showing what they can do here.
Yeah, and he's just, like you said, he's not giving up. He does not want to give up an inch here. He knows he's got Perez in the right position now. But Perez is going to finish with that takedown right there with an 11-8 lead here in the third with 20 seconds to go.
Tyler's got to get something going here.
Yeah, in the last 15 seconds.
He's got to go for a reversal or try to go for another, if he can.
Could try and pin him right there. Oh, I thought that was almost a defensive pin.
Oh, wow.
It was I think, in my honest opinion, he looked like he was flat for at least 2 seconds.
That looked like it to me, too, but he's going to go with Jaden Perez of Del Val winning, Tyler Redfield second, and Rex Peters of Hopewell Valley third. Now, in one of the first non-Del Val Warren Hills matchups, we're going to have Michael Campanaro from West Morris versus Josh Lee of Warren Hills. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a good match.
Another great match. Campanaro's, I've been watching him since he was a freshman in high school from West Morris. He's had such a profound wrestling career since he was in high school. I think this is his year to finally make it on the state podium and get a state medal.
I'm not betting against him. He's got that fire in him. You know who he reminds me of, and it's another West Morris wrestler who kind of turned on? Shane Metzler.
I remember Shane Metzler.
Shane Metzler that last year was just on a mission. Like you were just like, you're not stopping me. And Shane, I get that same feeling from Michael Campanaro. Like he just has that like fire-breathing, red eyes, ready to just destroy people.
And he kind of looks like Shane from the back position there. At least he looks from the behind.
Similar weights and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. He kind of actually wrestles very similar to Metzler. But another great wrestler, one of the best to come out of Westmore Central. And really nice kid, too. I remember meeting him from wrestling camps and everything, and just having a great relationship with all the West Morris wrestlers, and just a great kid.
I always love, too, when guys are back there and they're trying to stretch you out and they're hooking a move. The guy on the bottom looks like he's being abducted. Like, if you ever look at their face, they're like, it's just the weirdest visual. Like, if you took it out of context, people are like, why are they trying to hurt that boy? It's like, it's wrestling. It's just funny to me. I just always thought that was hilarious.
Totally. Absolutely. And Campanaro riding from the top, he leads 2-0 over Josh Lee. Working for another claw there. Not quite hook onto the legs there. Yeah, not any really. Oh, now as I say that, now he's riding that the right leg right there, and doing a good job hooking onto it too.
Now we talked a little bit about with everything going on with the Warren Hills and Del Val. They're actually the two teams fighting for the championship here, as they got a pretty big lead over Westmore Central. But Warren Hills right now heading into finals, it had 219.5. Del Val had 213.5. So back and forth, that last match could swing if everything goes well. You never know.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're Del Val right now, you want to cheer for someone like Campanaro to ensure that you don't give up that loss right there for Campanaro. So, very important match right here for them to try to get this one going. As Campanaro, we got 15 seconds left in the first here. Campanaro's doing a pretty good job here riding from top. He hasn't really given up an inch, and he's using his hips really well here.
Yeah, he's going to try to keep him here, see if he can get some points out, but just hold him down.
Yeah, absolutely. You got 3 seconds left. 2, 1.
Again, thank you to the Harrington companies. All they do. The Harrington family with recycling, construction, everything they do with the Harrington family. Mama Maria Pizza, Williams Irish Tavern, and we can't forget Oxford Tire and Auto, and Dan Wernickoff, champion athletes.
And here we go here with Campanaro starting bottom in the second period. Josh Lee working a tight waist there. But a pretty nice escape right there for Campanaro, but I think he still has control, so he could be getting the reversal right here if he can just finish this one through, pop his head out, and finish the reversal. I think if he keeps going, he keeps going. And we've got no reversal yet. We're still Lee is still leading here. He's still maintaining control. So no reversal here yet for Campanaro. But he's doing everything he can. He's fighting for his life, is Josh Lee, to not give up an inch here, not to even give up a 1-point escape here. So great job for Lee. Give him credit where credit deserves here, as looked like it was going to be a little bit of a flip for Campanaro there. But I think they have to watch out for that knee, because that looked like a very potentially dangerous situation right there where Campanaro could have gotten hurt right there. But just a nice, beautiful scramble for both wrestlers, and just credit for Josh Lee for being able to control himself right there. So just awesome. Awesome right there. We got less than a minute left. We got 59 seconds left in second, with Campanaro holding that 2-0 lead over Josh Lee. Another one right there. Looked like a forearm tilt there. Looked like almost a spladle right there for a second by Josh Lee there, but still maintaining control here, and he's going to give up the escape right there. So we've got 3-0 Michael Campanaro here with about 33 seconds left in the second.
Great start to that second period, too, but Campanaro, it's strange. Campanaro's been on a good role in the tournament, obviously making the finals. I don't think he's wrestling how he wants to, because you just kind of see he expects more. Like he expects to dominate. Looks like a nice ankle pick there if he could finish. But he just doesn't feel like I don't feel like he's happy with how he's wrestling. I just get that feeling like he's just like, oh, he's winning. Like after the semifinals, when I saw his feeling, I thought I had to go look at the bracket because I thought he lost. The way they were kind of had that look, I was like, oh. But then you think about the really great ones, if they don't win how they want to or get it done, I think it's considered a disappointment to them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like that with any wrestler. I mean, when you're a really good wrestler and you're at that level of knowing where you stand and knowing your mission statement as far as where you want to be in wrestling, you have such a perfectionist way of how you wrestle. And, like you said about Michael Campanaro, that could be something for him where this could be a nice win for him, but something he's not satisfied, so he would want to improve from that moving forward.
Exactly. I think that'll be the mission there as Lee gets out here.
But give credit to Josh Lee, too. He had a nice match the other night when Shane and I were calling the action over at the Warren Hills Raritan match. So give him credit there. He's been doing such a good job with maintaining control. He's been keeping his composure, too, which is the best thing, especially if you're wrestling a top-notch wrestler like Campanaro.
Campanaro's been pushing the pace, but I don't know. It seems like I'm not saying he's not wrestling well. I mean, he's wrestling well, but you just assume that next level. And like I said, I think it just frustrates him that he's not where he is. And realistically, we're here December 27th. Do you want to be clicking on all cylinders 3 months before states, or do you want to be building up and hitting your stride as you head into for example, Morris County Tournament 28th, headed into sectionals, which, like I said, I've said before, you look on the site, I think West Morris qualifies for it, has a real good shot at as you head into stuff. Or do you want to be hitting in an early season tournament, albeit the John Goles, but an early season December tournament? I think I'd choose the latter.
I would absolutely do that too, especially knowing where you are in your level of wrestling now at this point in your career. That's exactly what I would be doing. But good job there with Lee trying to push the pace. But Campanaro just doing a good job with defending. As we approach 25 seconds here left in the third period. And both wrestlers are still at neutral. And I was just going to say again, another stalemate.
But that one was warranted. A couple seconds left in the period. You want to see what you get done.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was definitely a good call. You definitely needed to call the stalemate right there. So here we go. We got the action here. We got about 5 seconds left here. If Lee can get anything started here, I don't believe he's going to, as Campanaro does a good job fighting it off. So Michael Campanaro is your 2022 132-pound John Goles champion. Great match there for both wrestlers, but Campanaro at the end of the day, we're going to see a lot of good wrestling. We'll see him improve moving forward. So nice win there. And now we're moving on to the 138-pound matchup here between...
Yeah, as we finish 132, as we said, Campanaro first, Lee second, Dean Constantino Secaucus third. Now we head to 138, Sean Redfield of Warren Hills versus Jackson Bush of Delaware Valley. So that had to help Del Val, depending on how everything goes. So these matchups are just as important.
Absolutely, and looks like Jackson Byrne is doing, really quick to the start of the action right here. But Redfield just doing a good job with scrambling, getting in good positions right there. And referee Frank Leitner, who I've known for a very long time too, from the Hackettstown native himself, just calls that takedown right there. And now that's going to be an escape for Sean Redfield. So it's 2-1. 2-1 for Jackson Byrne, excuse me.
Jackson, come on. Know the kids' names, Jared.
Hey,
you're not a kid. I can call you Jared. As Redfield gets a takedown there.
There we go. A 3-2 lead there for Redfield.
You almost wonder, too, not making excuses for anything. Redfield, having and I understand how wrestling works. I'm not stupid. I've done it for years. I understand. I didn't have a brother except for 1 or 2 times. I do have a brother. That sounded weird. I didn't have a brother who wrestled with me. So you may not have seen it on the camera, but as his brother wrestled, he was on the side of the mat cheering where they warm up. So how much is that when your brother comes off? You only have 2 matches between, total. You're trying to help him get your focus. I think maybe that was a little bit in the beginning there, a little mental slip from him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime that, you're wrestling in the big crowd right like this in a holiday tournament and, you have another sibling that's on your team, and like you said, that's crucial there. A little mental slip right there, but that's something that he's going to use as a learning experience moving forward. We've got about 20 seconds left here in the first with Sean Redfield having a 3-2 lead.
He's trying to get a little tilt here, but we get a nice little restart.
And, very good call there, too, by referee Frank Leitner. Got about 11 seconds left here in the first.
Little side story, Frank Leitner did my last All-Star match pre-COVID.
Oh, you don't say.
Yep, he was down there at North Huntington.
A great guy. Known him for a lot of years. I've even seen pictures of him with long hair.
Oh, wow.
He went to school with my mother back in the 70s, so.
That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely. So here we go. We got the start of the second. Redfield taking the bottom position to start. And it's interesting, too, with a lot of these wrestlers. And normally, most coaches would choose the bottom position to start second or third period because it's like the most simple position of just being able to get out there. But I haven't really seen any other positions chosen besides bottom. I haven't seen anyone taking top or neutral, and I don't think they really needed to.
I think points are at a premium right now, so you want to get what you can if you think you can get out. So nice escape there by Redfield. And in high on the single, see if he can transition to it.
And I think he will be able to if he can finish that. A nice double leg takedown.
Beautiful.
By Redfield with a 6-2 lead. Now he's going to try to cut him. I think he's going to start working the takedown game here is Redfield.
I agree. The only thing I sort of, I don't want to say question, but I sort of would wait on is why start cutting him in the second, whereas if you're being aggressive for shots, he could take advantage and now you're in a problem with points for yourself. Like, wait, if you're up a little bit, yes, but why go for something where you can get thrown to your back? Potentially so with his brother. Why go for something aggressive if you're only up a couple points? So keep him down and then deal with it in the third if you want to rack up the points.
Right, especially you have to really understand your opponent, and you need to know where they're standing as far as their conditioning. If they're getting tired in that third period there, that's your opportunity to start taking advantage of the takedowns.
Exactly. You want to run up the score then, that's fine. You understand it. As myself, if I'm up and I'm up 4-3 in the second, I'm not looking to then cut somebody thinking I'm going to take a shot. I'm sure I'm a heavyweight, so it's a different story. But look what I'm saying right here.
Right, absolutely.
He cut him. He could have had that time. Now Jackson's in on the hip. See if they.
We got about 5 seconds left here in the second period here. Close to a reversal, and he gets the reversal here right at the buzzer almost in the second period. So now we got a 6-5 lead here. The lead shrinks for Sean Redfield.
Exactly what I'm saying. Why cut him? Because now it's tied. If you wrestle him and you hold him down for a little bit more, you might get a tilt. You might tire him out, but you're not giving up the point, which cuts it in. Right now, it'd be a 6-4 match.
It would be right now.
I'm not saying it would be. He wouldn't have had to take down or a reversal, but still, you might have had something else. It wouldn't be 1 point.
I think it's just it might be a mental thing right here, right now for him, is why he gave up that reversal at the end there. So, wrestling is obviously it's definitely all about aggression and everything, but it's also a mental game too. So,
he's got something hooked here. I don't know if he's going to be able to roll over with it.
He's got a near side cradle there, but not successful with that. Now he's trying to work a crossface here for Redfield and hooking into that right leg there. See if we can work a little bit of a Turk right there. I think you're in a position you could try to Turk him because you got him flat on his belly there. Work a Turk there.
I think they're going to get a restart here in a second.
I think so, too. I don't really think either wrestler is really improving their position, so Frank Leitner will call it any second.
Yeah, just like we said. It's almost like you knew.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not on tape delay, folks. We're calling it live.
Yeah, I've been, I just understand the game. We've both been at it for a long time, so.
Speaking of games, if you enjoy watching the content here on GardenStateHSWrestling.com on YouTube or on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, we're on Twitter at GardenStateHSW. Like and subscribe here on YouTube to see everything we got coming up. We have Kittatinny Cougar Classic tomorrow night. We have the Mount Olive Warren Hills match in Mount Olive on Friday. Next week we're going to be doing Newton at Kittatinny on January 5th. We're going to be doing our first ever strictly girls match, which is going to be Newton/Kittatinny at North Huntington. We got a ton of stuff coming up, so keep us looking in and hope you enjoy what you see.
Now Redfield was warned for stalling right there. And he's doing everything that he can to hold on for dear life, and great job bringing him back down to the mat here with 10 seconds to go in the third. Just riding for dear life and trying to work for something so he doesn't get banged here. And I don't think he's going to get banged here yet again as the period is going to expire.
And Redfield takes the win, 6-5. Held on for it at the end there. He takes first at 138, Jackson Bush second, and Dean Muttart, 138, is third. Now we head to 144. Tyler Russ from Colts Neck, Brandon Dean from West Morris. I tell you what, Brandon Dean, watch this kid. That's all I'm going to tell you. Watch this kid.
And this will be the first time I actually get to see him live wrestle here too, so this should be really exciting then, just by the way he's built. Here we go. We got both wrestlers feeling each other out. Again, this is a matchup here where they don't typically see each other every day, so this will be a little bit of a chess match. But as I say that, Dean is trying to work for a takedown there. But really nice job by Russ for not giving up that takedown just yet.
Dean wrestles, and the nicest way to say this, and I don't know how it'll come across, it wrestles like he has no skeleton. Because he can turn and throw his legs around. It's weird. Like it's almost like his body is independent of some sort of central system. Like he'll sit there and have the leg throw his leg. It's crazy.
And you could just see by the way his body's twisting around and everything. Most people in that kind of position would probably give up that takedown already, but he is not though. And it's just great defense of wrestling right there for him. Either wrestler improving their position on now, as I say that now they're going to.
I think he cleared his foot there, so now it moves in. So we'll see if Dean can suck it in and pull.
Yeah, I think that was the position he was trying to look into, at least a knee slide up from the bottom.
And this is what we were talking about. Like it's already been stopped by other referees. So the different referees, different cadence.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be a stalemate here, and there is. As I say that, we got about 43 seconds left in the first with no score. But Dean doing such a great job with taking the initiative of trying to get that first shot in.
He doesn't make many mistakes. He's very aggressive with his shots, but he also understands as he's shooting, he's watching. So he's not going to make a bad mistake.
And that's something that's very crucial in something like this kind of a tournament right here, an early season tournament. In this kind of situation right here, this kind of environment, you don't want to make too many mental errors, too many mistakes here. We got about another stalemate there. We got 10 seconds to go in the first there with no score. So Dean's just doing a good job with taking that initiative here. I'm surprised there is no stall call yet for Russ because he has not, I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe Russ has taken a shot yet.
No, he's been basically defending Dean being on his leg. As we enter the second period here, scoreless at the 144.
And very crucial there with you have a 0-0 tie here at the end of the first, and you get that first position right there. You get that first choice. You always want to take bottom right there. You never really want to defer because it could go either way if this match takes into like the ultimate ride out here. Very crucial right there. Try to get that first point is Russ.
Oh, look at that. He beat, I don't know, I'll tell you what, he might be able to roll.
You might be able to if he can get some more momentum right there.
He skirted out of it.
But great job with the leg hook there is Dean. Trying to work something there. It looked like almost, I thought it would have been a nice Turk there. He could have been a good position right there. And that could be something he could still be looking for. Working the crossface there, looking for a claw. Now he locks the hands in between there. Now he's trying to work a power, not a power half, but now he's working for the Turk right there is Dean there. And not too successful with it just yet, but if you can give a little bit more momentum there, dig a little bit deeper into that claw, he could potentially get some back points here. Not saying pin, but potentially try to get some back points. We got about 58 seconds left here in the second with a 0-0 tie there, but great job for Dean for keeping him belly, really keeping him on the belly right there.
I think he's going to get tapped here because he's really not there. I saw it coming.
Yeah, I kind of thought it was going to happen at some point there too because he really was not doing anything.
He wasn't really aggressive in the first period, so it's already kind of in you've already kind of filled the cup, essentially, in the referee's eyes. That like, hey, and then now he's looking again. So it's kind of like, well, I think he might bang him here.
Yeah, and he could potentially bang him here right before the second period ends because, like you said, he's not really taking any kind of initiative here. He's just being very conservative here.
He's got that arm hooked. He's working the shoulder.
Yeah. And we got some back points coming there now for Brandon Dean.
Let's see if he can stick him here.
He possibly could with just very
Dean's
short
a little
time
high.
left.
See if he can slide him back.
Ooh.
It was close.
Oh, very close right there. Had that other shoulder just flat, just another second or two, could have gotten the pin.
Got injury time here.
Always tough when you have a hurt shoulder like that. So I definitely can understand that the pain that he might be suffering in right now.
Well, if you're hurt and in pain and suffering, check out the Zayo Law, thezayolaw.com. They will help you fix what went wrong. Another great transition.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm the king of transition.
Yeah, we're doing awesome tonight, man. Absolutely. You would think everybody would be applauding us for that.
But big thank you to, once again, as we're waiting here with the injury time, Harrington Companies, the Harrington family, recycling, construction, everything. Mr. Harrington and his family have been big supporters of GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Thank you for supporting us. Mama Maria's Pizza, Williams Irish Tavern, Oxford Auto. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. We really appreciate it. It's with your help that we're here. And we can't forget big man, Dan Warnikoff, champion athletes. All the sports nutrition, everything. He's the man you want to talk to as we get back here to action in the second round. Second period, excuse me. Third period, excuse me. I'm sorry, they didn't change it. They didn't change the board. And as right as I said it, they changed it. I was like, oh, wait a minute. That was that quick?
Yeah, I mean, wrestling goes by quick when you're having fun, especially if you're calling it with me.
Well, then it'd be slowly. It'd be like the sands of an hourglass. These are the days of our lives.
Here we go. We got about 15 seconds gone here in the third, with Russ trying to work on the top position there. Not much going on there, a claw, but not really anything going there. And Dean's got to, doing a good job there. Just got to keep that base in. Try to work his way up. Try to get a point here at least.
I don't think Dean's trying to work for his point. I think he was trying to hit. He's looking to hit us something. Mm-hmm. He's not trying to get out. He's like trying. He could have gotten out a couple. He's trying to reverse it and stick this kid.
Yeah, and I think he'll get that in that kind of position here.
He's clearing. If he can get his head up there, too. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He wasn't looking to get out. I could tell by the way he was sitting. He had opportunities. He could have sat out, done every. No, he was looking. He kept turning in. He was looking for that and trying to get in and roll. So.
And he's doing a good job here too. He could try to work another Turk here if he could, but the wrestler from the bottom, Russ, is not giving up an inch right there. And he's just, again, like you said, he's not really been doing a whole lot the entire match here.
Dean's trying to work something. Then gets banged for stalling again. There's nothing. Dean's trying to say, hey, listen, I'm trying to wrestle, and he's not giving me anything.
No, he's really not. And this is crucial right here. If Wes Morris Dean can get this Turk right here and get some back points, and I think he's going to if he just works just a little bit more on that shoulder. We're working.
Did he get two out of that, or did he wave it off?
Nope, he waved that off there. It wasn't quite 2 points just yet.
Dean's a little frustrated, you can see, but I mean.
And understandably so for Dean's perspective. Because he's really been taking the initiative the entire match, so I can understand the frustration. But nice win there for Brandon Dean. I'm really looking forward to a nice future with him, as he's only a sophomore from West Morris, so he's got a nice future going in for him.
Yeah, Dean takes first, Tyler Russ second, Ben Levy of Del Val third. Now we head to 150. Chris Colasardo of Delaware Valley versus Jake Ferry of Verona. I'm going to tell you a little funny story about Mr. Colasardo and how it relates to last year's tournament.
All right, here we go.
So, Christopher Colasardo is on Del Val. I am here last year, and I was waiting for my crew to set up and set up and waiting for my crew to set up. Sorry, I'm just laughing at the coaches as they walk it through. It's funny. So Chris Colasardo is setting up. Somebody comes over to the table as they're setting up and says, "Oh, do you know when the finals are going to start?" And they kind of, I think it's going to start here. I think it's going to start there. And I said to the person, "Oh, he's like, oh, we drove from Del Valle." I said, "Oh, yeah, I came out of here from East Hanover." "Oh, you're from East Hanover?" "Yeah." "What brings you out here?" I said, "Oh, I did it." I was like, "Okay." He goes, "We're from East Hanover." So it turns out that his grandfather and his grandfather's brother were from East Hanover, and one of them was the mayor for 12 years and worked with my grandfather, who was the game warden for the town and knew my family, knew everybody in my family. And I was like, it's a small world that you're talking about, how it brings it together. So when they say wrestling is a small world, I didn't realize that it was that small.
Yeah, I mean, that's really impressive right there, especially like a smaller town like East Hanover there. I mean, that's awesome. Very, very inspirational there. Very good story right there, as Colasardo is trying to get a takedown. He gets a takedown right here over Jake Ferry of Verona. And working an arm bar there is Mr. Colasardo. And Verona is another team. We don't really typically see them every day, but they had one really good wrestler back in the 2017-18 season of Frank Gabriel. Really, really good wrestler, very tough wrestler in his own right there. But as of late, I haven't really heard too many things about Verona as far as how their team is.
He gets a tilt here. He's getting some back points. See if he can just sit down on it.
So we go. We got some back points coming out of there.
He's trying to hook that hand around. See if he can sit back a little bit here. Just put that weight and naturally put him down.
I think he can get it.
If he had about another 3 seconds, I think it's over.
Yeah, he definitely would have had it there. 7-1 lead there for Colasardo. And now this is going to be, it is Ferry's choice. He's going to defer. And Colasardo is going to take bottom to start the second. So here we go with the action. Start of the second. 7-1 lead for Colasardo. Chooses bottom.
See what he tries to do here. Once again, like with Dean, does he try to get up and get the 1 and go for the 2, or does he try to just hit the 2 right away?
I think, like you said, just looking at his momentum there, he might try to get a reversal right here as Ferry brings it back down to the mat there. But trying to work underneath the arms there is Ferry. And trying to work a half Nelson there, but not successful with that. He's going to give up the escape right here. So Colasardo there leads 8-1, and he's going to get another beautiful double leg takedown there over Jake Ferry of Verona. So it's 10-1 now, Colasardo.
Get it
Colasardo.
Right. The Italian people in East Hanover will kill me if I come home and I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, well, I don't live in that town, so.
I'll tell them where you live.
Sounds good. There you go. Get even there. Trying to work another armbar there is Colasardo.
See if he can post that elbow and then start to tilt, run it up towards the head.
Yeah, and I think he's in a good position to do that there. Just take the time, and I think he's right there.
If he takes his time with it, if he pushes it too hard, they might call it. But if he takes his time with it and lets it roll, exactly. Just let it sit there. Went a little too aggressive with it. Maybe he could recover from here. He rolls back. He's going to get back points. I don't know if he'll get the pin as he settles back. Yeah. The readjustment by Verona might be tough, but beautiful readjustment by Colasardo. There we go. Pinned by Colasardo in the second period.
And very crucial win there for Del Valle.
Keeping this pace. Colasardo places first, Ferry second, and Rizzuto third. Now we're going to head to 157. Braden Schneider from Delaware Valley and Conrad Huguetto from Hopewell Valley.
Another Del Valle match right here. These Del Valle matches are very crucial for Warren Hills. That's going back and forth for the title, team title.
I think the big one's going to be that 190 bout we got coming up, which is a Warren Hills Del Valle battle. That could decide who wins.
Yeah, absolutely. And a win like that helped out Del Valle big time. And now we got another takedown there.
Braden Schneider, Del Valle. You know what's always interesting? And, fingers a little popped out.
Yeah, I was going to say that doesn't look like a normal finger right there.
That's not really how a finger's...
No. And just looking at that too, I might try to look away a little bit because that was definitely tough. And
Watch everybody look away.
yeah, take a look at it right now. Everybody's looking away.
Let's see what they do here.
Oh boy, I can't even imagine trying to pop that back in. That's tough. So now we just got the team score here. So we got Del Val and Warren Hills tied.
Wow. Hot off the presses.
There we go.
These really are going to be big things. And, not only that, it's who's root for who. And so we're looking ahead. We started at 215. We're 157 now, so we'll see what happens there. You're going to have 165 with just the Warren Hills. You're going to have 175 with just Warren Hills. So you're going to have to hope if you're Del Val, Warren Hills doesn't win those two, and then you take your shot at 190. Unless you win here, then you got to hope Warren Hills doesn't win one of them, then you got your shot head up too.
Yeah, I mean, very crucial matches here heading into the final few bouts here. So,
and very tight tournament. I mean, even West Morris is only, West Morris is a little bit back, but they're going to finish with 186. They're third. I mean, really solid tournament, especially in the upper. I can't stand those tournaments you go to and like you're done. You know who the champion is in the semifinals. Like, you're like, all right, it's over.
And you know who I'm really surprised that is not here in the finals today? I'm not sure. I haven't watched the whole tournament. Is Newton. Usually they would get some kids in the finals this year.
No, Sibley's went to the Sam Cali.
Okay. Interesting. So they didn't bring their whole A team then, in other words. So that's good information to know there.
If you had watched the live blog I was doing, you would have seen it.
I wasn't.
Oh, thank you.
And I try to keep up with your stuff there, Mr. Brower. I really do.
Oh, thank you.
But
like I was saying before, I find it interesting when you look at Schneider here, his chest, the tattoo. That's a new thing for me, seeing high school kids with tattoos, because when I was, it was always those kids who were just, you got from like juvie. I know I sound old, like I'm like a after-school special. But it was like you never saw kids with tattoos. Now it's cool. Like, I'm glad the kids can express themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I've been used to seeing like kids getting tattoos. I've actually experienced them getting them like when they're freshmen in high school, and it's a little crazy about that. But what are you gonna do? It's their decision. They want to do it.
Listen, I know people who have gotten tattoos after winning state titles as juniors. So I'm not debating that. It's always funny because you never saw, like, it was always like the kid you saw with the like viper tattoo on his calf, and you knew that was a kid. Like, if you saw in a mall, you're like fist fighting in like a alley somewhere. It was like, oh, this kid's gonna be scrappy.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. We got the second period here with Hugo. You do a better job of Hogetto there from Hopo Valley. He chose bottom to start the second.
By the way, I apologize if we're butchering these names, so please don't send 1,000 emails telling me. We asked the coaches, they walked by and like shouted the name at me, so I'm trying the best I can.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not the best with pronouncing last names, so I apologize in advance too.
So if I come to Hopewell Valley, don't shoot at me or anything because I mispronounced your kid's name. I tried.
But Schneider doing a good job here with maintaining control there. He's just got to work something from the top, but he's doing a good job being onto the side too, working something. So they're working under the wrist there, trying to get wrist control. And getting a claw position there, and now looking for a head lever, and now an arm bar there is Schneider. Got about 56 seconds left, and we got a stall in here for Hugetto. Got a stall warning right there, which is, definitely agreeable.
I always find it funny sometimes, though, when you're on down below and you're trying to do something, but you have a guy who's just swarming all over you and you're, like, getting hit different spots. It's like, you want me to just stand up and get pinned? It's like, you want me to just give up something so you can try to get, I understand you're trying to work to a better position, but if I'm getting, like, somebody trying to do all this stuff and they're all over me, if I'm there for a second trying to collect my thoughts, it's like, I'm trying to make the best decision so I don't lose.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a mind skill. It's mental. It's all of that. So, got to be careful with that for sure.
I think he's going to get banged again here. Yep. Reasonably
so. I think the second time he could have waited it out a little bit, but again, he's the official. We're not, so we let him make the calls. We just get to kick back and relax and watch the show.
Now we're heading to the second period. 3-0 Schneider.
Schneider is going to go bottom to start the third.
There
you go. Here we go. We got very quick escape there. 5 seconds into the third. Thought it was going to be like a 2-second escape there. And we got Schneider with the quick takedown. He's got a 6-0 lead here. Very crucial right here for Schneider if he can get the pin here. He's maintaining control. He's doing a good job with that. So he's got to, if I'm Schneider right here, I would want to try to work for the pin right here, but definitely don't want to get too crazy too. And here we go. Got a minute 30 left in the third. With a little bit of control there from Schneider. Hanging on the head. Initiating a takedown there. Tried to get a shot there. Higuero tried to get a shot, but just spun behind is Schneider. Now he's just going to cut him again. 8-2.
This is where I was talking about with Redfield. You do that.
Yeah.
When the guy's trying to be aggressive and come after you, and you're up a good amount of points. So if he's going to be aggressive, he's already got the 2 stalls, so he's not going to lay back. You're up 6 points. Big deal if he comes in, he takes you down. You go to your stomach. You don't have a stall warning. You get up. You do your stuff. You don't have to worry about anybody going on. That's the proper time to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're in a position now. You're overriding your opponent here. You can afford to do something like that now. You felt them out already. Go ahead, do the takedown game here. Got 42 seconds left. And if he does get the takedown here, again, any win for Del Val is something they're going to take. But if they get that extra bonus point,
I think that's what he's looking for. He would be looking for here.
Yeah, I think so. But Higuero trying to get a single leg there. Doing a good job there. He's trying to sprawl it out a little bit to not to give up a takedown there. We got 20 seconds left in the third. Trying to pick those ankles right there. Hold on to the ankle. Grab that ankle.
You almost wonder if they want Schneider, and this is the difference here with Schneider getting around.
Yep, and he gets the takedown.
And he gets the extra point.
Yep. Again, very crucial right there for Del Val.
It's going to be big. As Braden Schneider from Del Val takes first, Conrad Higuero takes second, and Sebastian Doback from Del Val takes third. This is an open tournament, so they let multiple wrestlers at the same weight. Now we had the 165. Cody Miller of Warren Hills versus Robert Bebeau of East Stroudsburg.
All right, so this is the match right here where Del Val is going to want to cheer for East Stroudsburg North. And I work up in that area now, actually.
Where?
So, up in East Stroudsburg.
Oh.
Not for that particular district. I work for an agency that we service for that school district.
I've heard you've been investigated by some agencies.
I probably have.
Interesting.
I probably have at one point. There we go.
Miller for the safety of the mankind, I heard.
Probably.
Miller with the beautiful throw by takedown.
All right, and Cody Miller with trying to, there you go, nice job with that. Trying to do a tight waist there. Now working for a cradle is a Miller right here. Trying to get to the side there.
He wants to make an exclamation point, hit this stick, get the bonus points, and give his team a little breathing room, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they'll put him in a good position there. If Del Val gets that major, they're definitely going to top this one for sure.
Because you almost wonder if he's worried, what could happen at 190 and make, even if Del Val wins, they got to get the pin.
Right here, and I think he gets it.
He's close. He's right there.
Yep.
Beautiful move.
1 minute in the first.
Cody Miller taking first at 165. Robert Bebeau second, and Tim McCowan third. Now we're going to head to 175, another Warren Hills wrestler. Michael Drazak first. Michael Drazak versus Joe Layton of Colts Neck.
All right, another crucial match right here for Warren Hills. They got to try to win this one. If you're a Del Val fan, you want to root for Colts Neck here. So here we go. Keep up with the pace here, as they say behind me. Very smart words there. Here we go. We got Drasic trying to get in on a quick takedown, and he got it. Quick takedown. Quick takedown right there was Drasic.
Yeah, I mean, he's a ball of energy. Like, he's literally like a energized bunny.
And that's what I've noticed about Warren Hill's wrestlers, like, at least for these last 2 seasons. I think they've been doing such a great job. I think Coach Shabrisha is really taking on that initiative with his team of working from the neutral position, which is something that Warren Hills is usually always good at. But I think just these last 2 years, I think they've been doing excellent on their feet, improving on their feet each and every day.
Yeah, you know what? They've been solid. And the one thing I'll say about Warren Hills especially, we talked about them last year, how well they were as a team. And for them to lose to Delsey like they did in the group final, I think really kind of lit a fire under this returning group and giving them a shot and, you know, see how they do. I think this matchup between Del Val is going to be a big deal. I think Del Val has a little, to me, more depth, but I'm wondering now, seeing this, maybe Hills makes it closer than I thought as Drasic has him over here trying to get the stick here, getting back points. But I thought they're coming back, especially in their mid to upper weights, and not excluding the, there's talent at every position for Warren Hills.
Oh, totally, absolutely. And like you said about Del Val too, they're coming back strong too. But they're making a really nice statement here today. And moving forward, they're going to make some noise in Group 1 and against Warren Hills, later on in the season.
Well, the one thing too is, as we're here 10-0 end of first, Del Val is a very young team. They don't have a ton of seniors. I mean, they have a few, but they have a good amount of youth in that program, so they're going to be around for a little bit.
Yeah,
they ain't going anywhere.
And that's good for Coach Andy Fitz, and that's great for the Del Val community that lives and breathes wrestling just like they do here in Washington.
Somehow Del Val, I don't know if they have a farm down there, literally, but you have Del Val, you have High Point, you have some of those schools like Kittatinny. How they just keep producing kids. I have no idea like how they keep getting great wrestlers. You see other schools, like everybody has their ebbs and flows. You have the Hanover Parks, who have really good years, but for them, it's just like literally, oh, you think they're done? Here's another wave. Here's another wave. Oh, wait, you think you're going to lose a bunch of weight here? Here comes another Gassione relative on High Point. Here comes this guy. Here comes another Reinhardt.
And it just comes from the tradition that you come from, and it comes from the school that you come from. Like you said about High Point, talk about Del Val, you talk about Huntington Central, like all those schools right there. It just comes with tradition. And those are like some of the name a few schools that you just named off there. Live and breathe wrestling.
As I think this is going to end it here because he's going to get to 3. No, he only got 2.
Interesting there. Looked like he was going to end it there.
Well, he was going for it, but he only got to 2.
I think this is going to be a good position here. Well, I think he wants to turn him here, which is something that's easy. I think he just wants to go for the pin.
I do too, but you always wonder if at one point you don't want to go do anything too stupid. Oh, I was wrong.
And
there's his 2, and that'll be the end. He wins by tech fall in 3 minutes and 4 seconds. Michael Drasic wins at 175. Joe Layton second. Landon Schaefer, Hopewell Valley third. Now we're going to head to our final bout of the evening. Anderson Alcott of Delaware Valley versus Chris Whitehead of Warren Hills.
And I saw Chris Whitehead wrestle the other night, and real nice, impressive wrestling from Chris Whitehead from the other night, too, especially with the way he looked like he was wrestling on his feet. So I'm expecting another good match here for Chris Whitehead. And here we go. We will continue to start here, the first period.
The funny part is, if you look at Alcott, he looks like a basketball player to me. Like, look at him. He looks like a guy who'd be – am I wrong? Just the height and everything?
Yeah, well, it's interesting that you say that. They look like they would be the built for basketball, but at the same time, too, just take a look at his strength. He could be something that's a good wrestler, and that's something very crucial in wrestling if you have the length. If you're a lengthy wrestler, that could definitely make a difference for your wrestling career.
Yeah.
So here we go.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got Whitehead here with a 2-0 lead. And here we go. He's just going to cut him here. Smart move there. I don't think he wants to really get anything too crazy here with a 2-1 lead. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think at this point here, Warren Hills had a pin at the 165, and then they got a tech at 175. Does that clinch for Warren Hills?
I think it may. I don't have the scoring in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it does clinch for Warren Hills.
I think so because, those 2 extra bonus points right there, the pin and the tech, it makes a difference here. So, but definitely you never want to get too confident. You never know exactly how the scoring will work here. As we approach 45 seconds left in the first. Both wrestlers trying to feel each other out. We got 35 seconds left here in the first. Both wrestlers still trying to feel each other out just a little bit with some wrist and hand controls there from both wrestlers. And one of them holding on there. And here we go, trying to work something here.
We do have the updated team scores. Clinching third place is Westmore Central. And it has come down to Warren Hills and Del Val. Right now, Warren Hills has 235 and Del Val has 228.5.
Tight match right there. Tight between the two teams.
But I think those bonus points might have pushed it out of. That's the difference. You know, the tech fall and then in the pin. That was it's a different match.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you get any bonus points like that, that works out perfectly in your advantage. So here we go. We've got Chris Whitehead with Anagot trying to go into the bottom position there. Whitehead's just got to be careful that he does not lock his hands or do anything. He's trying to work for a near side cradle there. Is Whitehead here. Try to lift up on the leg there, but now that's going to be a reversal there for Olcott, which is a really impressive reversal there too. He didn't want to just get the escape; he got the reversal, and that was nice. That was real nice to see, with Olcott being having a 3-2 lead over Chris Whitehead of Warren Hills, and now trying to work a split right there. Did a good job breaking Whitehead down to his base and trying to work for a cross face right there. Maybe even working for a tilt right there, but I think he's just working for a cradle as he's got the cross face going on right there, and Whitehead's just holding on for dear life for that wrist right there. Knowing that he's not really aware of the team score, but he does not want to give up an inch here. But great wrestling right there, but he's got to be able to let go of that as he does, and Olcott is doing what he can from the top position, but he's also got to watch out too there from the riding parallel the way that he is.
You see what you were talking about, Lanky?
Yeah, absolutely. When you got good positions like that, it works out perfectly to your advantage. We got 3 points there for Olcott. He's got a 6-2 lead over Chris Whitehead.
Trying his best to get something here, but he's a little high. But he's so big and lanky, you could be high and then he's down low.
Yeah, I mean, that's very crucial right there. So he's just got to be able to feel himself out a little bit, make sure he doesn't get too high there, and all will be good for him. And here we go. Chris Whitehead on bottom. Not really improving from his bottom position, but it's tough, man. When your top guy is throwing in your legs from the top position right there, it's hard to get out of that. But as I say that, Olcott is getting a little bit high, so he needs to be careful here. And it's not going to make a difference here in the second as Olcott has a 6-2 lead.
Going to take neutral here. It's the first time I think I've seen this.
Yeah, first time I've seen anything different other than bottom. It's nice. Nice to see it change for once. Here we go. Getting some inside ties there as both wrestlers. Could get an elbow pass right there if Whitehead was in that position. He could have gotten an elbow pass. Here we go. Wrist control there. Both are leaning on the head. Trying to maintain control. Now he's got another one there involved. Hand fighting. Good hand fighting there by both wrestlers. See if we can try and get a snap down. Trying to get a quick ankle pick there. I almost thought it was going to be. I haven't seen one of those in a while, ankle picks.
You obviously don't follow the Burko family. The father loves to take pictures of doing ankle picks on people. It's his thing.
Just love seeing ankle picks. Just love seeing them. They just happen out of nowhere, and if you're in a good position to get it.
Olcott's so tall, he could be standing and get you with an ankle pick.
He could. He really could. And we probably will see one from him at some point later on in the season. But nice takedown there, as Olcott has a 8-2 lead here. They didn't update the score yet here on the scoreboard, but it's 8-2 Olcott with 50 seconds left in the third.
Looking to try to get some back points here.
Yeah. And getting a crossface, wrist control underneath there. Now trying to hold him down. And doing just a good job from the top position here, not trying to give up an inch. And Whitehead has control of Olcott's wrist right there to ensure he does not give up anything. Olcott just doing a great job here. His length is just unbelievable. And Whitehead gets the reversal here with 11 seconds left in the third. Not that it's going to make a big difference here.
It's not going to change anything except add a little icing to the cake. It's going to, put some lipstick on a pig.
Yep, exactly.
But the winner of the 190 match, Anders and Olcott, Delaware Valley. Second place, Chris Whitehead of Warren Hills. And third, Chase Overman, Hopewell Valley. Now, as you see, it's wrapping it up here. Before we do that, like I said, if you follow us and you want to follow us, go to Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Go to Twitter at GardenStateHSW. Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. Check us out there. And like I said, you will see everything we have set up. So that's the best way if you're interested in what we see and what we do. But as we come back to the broadcast center, the Harrington Broadcast Center here at Warren Hills, as we call it. James, talk about this. This is a great night and great showing here by Warren Hills in winning this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think just watching Warren Hills and Del Valle, I think they're the two teams to really look out for. But Warren Hills just doing such a great job with ensuring that they don't give up the team title here. And just their wrestlers, too. I know they're looking a little bit sloppy right now, as they did, when we saw them wrestle against Raritan. But that's all going to really change it. Their biggest test is coming up this week against Mount Olive. So they're going to be really put to the test here. And I think they will be. I think they're going to start getting alert here and moving forward for the rest of the season. They're going to have another really nice season.
I agree 100%. I think that Mount Olive match is one of the key ones. That's why we're broadcasting it. They got some really big battles coming up with them from, different local area schools. And, I think that'll be the way you go with Warren Hills and everything we're doing. Del Valle, again, has a good schedule coming up. They're going to be battling. They're going to meet in the schedule. They're going to be doing everything that they can. Like I said, we'll see how it meets up when they come in on the 28th.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to be very crucial. Absolutely.
Listen, we got to get rolling tomorrow. We're back on the air tomorrow afternoon. We're finding out the finals time. It's going to be the Kittatinny Cougar Classic. We're going to have commentary on the finals. It's going to be me and Shaney Dunn doing the finals up there. We're going to also have a camera on the third place matches without commentary. We're going to see if we get a score. Set it up so you can see the scoreboard as well, but we're going to be up there doing that. But for my crew, James, Jared, who's floating on some island somewhere in the Caribbean, not answering phone calls, I am Donald J. Brower. We'll see you